there, Danny here. Welcome to my ramblings. So remember I talked earlier in videos about my being inquisitive. If any of you, and I know I've brought this movie up before, if any of you have seen the movie Idiocracy, you'll understand what I'm saying. If you haven't, go watch the movie. You'll then get exactly what I'm saying. So I remember watching it when it first came out years ago, and thinking to myself, and I said it to the second ex-husband and everything, anybody who was around when we watched it, I said to all of them, I said, this is exactly where our world is headed. Well, at the time I said country. But now that I'm sitting here looking at our world, and we're bombarded right now with all of this, sorry, allergies are horrible right now. We're bombarded right now with all of this climate change, and we've got to save the planet and this and that. Well, if you've seen the movie Idiocracy, if you haven't, I'm going to tell you pretty much the basis of it. So stop the video here if you don't want to hear anymore, and then go watch Idiocracy and then come back. For those of you that have seen Idiocracy. So essentially this guy comes around like 50 some years, or just not 50 years, but thousands of years later, and instead of using water to grow their crops and come from their faucets and in their toilets and everything else, they're using this fruit juice type stuff, and they can't figure out why they can't survive and why they can't make things better. He comes around and he's like an idiot from back in his day, wasn't very bright, whatever, is how he's portrayed in the movie. And he comes back in and he's like, why don't we use water? And then as things start to grow, everybody's like, oh my God, he's so wonderful, he's so smart, he knows. He's not smart. He's just using what we call common sense, which isn't very common anymore. So I'm gonna blow your mind here with my inquisitiveness. So let me understand this. We need to do solar power, we need to do wind power, we need to have electric vehicles. But in each one of those scenarios that are going to help our climate, in each one of those scenarios that I just stated, every single one of them requires us to remove things from Mother Earth. If we're removing things from Mother Earth so we can fix climate change, how does that work? Because anybody who knows anything, and this is common sense, I don't care about science, I don't care about politics, I don't care about any of it. This is common sense. Mother Earth can take care of itself. It's been proven. That's common sense, that's knowledge. Mother Earth can take care of itself. We are the destroying factor. But somehow we're all led to believe, and I can't comprehend how I've seen nobody else bring this point up. If we are taking resources from Mother Earth to make these solar panels, these wind turbines, and electric vehicles, because it's going to help save the planet, how does that work? So we're going to remove more stuff. So we're already complaining about the fossil fuel and all of that, and now we're going to remove more stuff from Mother Earth and expect that that's going to fix the problem. So for all these decades, we've been removing all kinds of things from Mother Earth. We've been wiping away forests and vegetation and everything. We've been wiping it all away so we can put more roads out there, so we can build more buildings, so we can have more things. What replaced those forests? What replaced, honestly, what replaced all that vegetation? Nothing. And what happens with man-made materials? With the roads and with the buildings, what happens? They hold in heat from the sun. This is not science. Well, it possibly is, but this is common sense. We don't need numbers. We don't need scientists. We don't need politicians. We don't need any of them telling us this. This is freaking common sense, people. The truth is, we want to save this planet. Any business wants to build any place wants to build a new home, wants to build anything, new roads are going in someplace. I say, if we want to save this planet, there is one way and only one way to do that. If you're going to tear something or remove something from Mother Nature, you have to replace it someplace else. That is how we save this planet. Just that simple thing in itself will save this planet. Trees give us shade. Shade cools the temperature down a little bit under the sun. We took away how many trees? And we've got how many buildings now, and roads, and businesses, and subdivisions? Come on! This is common sense! But we're being bombarded with all the news and all the politicians, all the scientists, everybody else telling us that they need to tap more into Mother Earth for these other materials so they can produce, so they can save our planet. They're not saving our planet! They're doing exactly what fossil fuels did to us. They're creating another mess that future generations are going to have to dig out of. One solution to all of this. If you are going to build something that is not made by Mother Earth, then you must replace it someplace else. Because if we're not replenishing what we use of Mother Earth, she's going to fall behind. Although, I'm going to give you this little tidbit of information though. Baby boomers are now at what age? Once baby boomers are gone, things are going to change drastically. And here's why. We don't have enough to supply those assisted living places. We don't have enough people to fulfill all the jobs that baby boomers had, because there were so many of them. If you can't see that there's an automatic reset that has to happen because of population, and we need to realize that at this point, because we're on the cusp of being able to change in the population here, because the boomers are going to be gone. Once that happens, things are just automatically going to change. If we can get people right now to believe in that change, that we need to replenish what we take, just like when you go off-roading or hiking, what you take out camping, you bring back with you. If you bring it in, you take it out. That is the rule. All the time. You go out hiking, you go out off-roading, you go out camping. If you bring it with you, you take it with you. You don't leave it. And that's the rule that we should be embracing 100%, my generation and under. 100%. And we would fix this climate problem pretty easily. Problem is nobody wants to see the basicness of it. And the reason they don't want to see it is because it doesn't generate money. It doesn't allow them to get rich. They don't care. They're not going to be here. They can tell you how much they're talking about future generations. If they were talking about future generations and really saving this planet, they wouldn't be digging back into that earth again, would they? They wouldn't be digging in. The whole claim on the fossil fuel is drilling and this and that. But we're digging into the earth, Mother Earth, just so then we can make all these batteries and solar panels and everything else. How is that not the same thing? So I'm going to leave you with some of what I just said to ponder on. I'm not against fossil fuels or solar panels or any of that stuff. I use this stuff myself. The point that I'm attempting to make is getting people to realize that this isn't climate change they're fighting. It's not political. It's not anything. This is not, climate change is not because they really want to save the planet. Climate change is so they can gain control over you and me. That's exactly what it is. It has nothing to do with climate change, because if they're concerned with climate change, one freaking thing will change it all. If you have to remove anything from Mother Nature, Mother Earth, to be able to build whatever you want to build, then you better be able to put back someplace else what you took from Mother Nature, Mother Earth. Honestly, that is the one and only solution. Any other solution outside of that is big business and government trying to control you and make tons of money for themselves. They don't care about you. They don't care about your future generations. They don't care about any of it, because if they did, they'd be concerned with making sure that we had forests and that all of the stuff that they have destroyed to build everything, they have put back in place someplace else. But they're not. That is the one and only solution. Any other solution is just big business and government trying to control you. Pretty plain and simple. All right, I'll leave you with those thoughts. If you want to discuss it or whatever, feel free to drop some stuff in the comments or whatever. Well, I'll see you in a couple of days, guys. Thanks. Bye. Love ya.